When I thought STARSEED could not add another stupid system on top of what we have, they go and surprise me. Absolutely surprise me. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with the STARSEED and the new gear system they just added. So as usual, before we start, hello there, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic is STARSEED adding a new gear system, a new gear rarity on top of the highest one we currently have that is a lot stronger and is not free-to-play friendly at all. It will take you probably years in order to actually be able to get all your teams with this new gear. So, before we start, a couple of things. Leave a like, subscribe, help me to the channel, and also important to explain how gear works in this game, right? So we can understand what's going on. As of right now, on STARSEED, you unlock gear by playing the game and by playing campaign. The more you play campaign and the further you go, the higher rarity you will unlock. As you can see, you start with like the lowest rarity, and you'll go to our highest called LR gear, and you will unlock this at chapter 21. Good, right? That's pretty simple. That is not like nothing interesting per se. This LR gear, as you can see right here, can go from level 1 to level 6, and it can also have sets. As you can see right here, I have no sets on this girl, but if I come here, I have an energy set here for ESP, a ultimate damage set right here, and I have a couple more pieces that I can go into other characters to check, right, like the attack one or whatever it is. Now, as you can see, as a casual player myself, right, I don't have all my characters with set pieces, because it's pure RNG. It is pure RNG. There is not a single way of obtaining this reliable that you can get sets. There is a few LR boxes you will get for playing campaign. There's a few boxes you'll get in a couple modes, but for the most part, it's random, right? And the set you get is random. And the worst part is that to change the set, you have to use this currency right here, which is random as to what set is changing to. So in order to get a specific set, you could be spending 100 of these and get fucked, right? Not only that, but there is an extra currency you can use to change to a specific set, but this is pay to win. You cannot get this, as far as I know, as a free-to-play player. So this is only for spenders. Fantastic, right? Now, that system is whatever, because LR gear, the sets are good, but as long as you get full LR plus 6, you are more or less good to go. You can push content, you can play the game, you will have no issues. Of course, sets are going to be stronger, but you can get them over time. The problem is that STARSEED, you don't need only one team. So you do not need only, let's say, pieces for one team, 5 characters. You need it for 20 characters. And in Korea right now, they are asking for 5 teams instead of 4. I don't push campaign because I feel it's like so boring. I'm gonna be honest, like I really dislike having to use multiple teams. It feels stupid. It feels like such a lazy way of restricting your players on progression rather than making challenging stages. It's just being a shit designer rather than actually making the game engaging. And that's why this game right now, because how progression, how it works, and how unfriendly it is to our casual players, most people don't push in this game. Again, I barely push in this game. You guys see me every day do my dailies and test the characters, but I barely push. I haven't pushed in like 2 months probably campaign, and I'm still in Adventure top 20 and in Internet Tower top 20 as well. And this is this server right now. If I go to Europe, the whole Europe is still top 100 in both of these things, and I don't push. This game is not friendly towards new players who are looking to just being able to push content and have fun. In fact, it is so bad, so you guys understand this, that if I go and scroll all the way down on campaign progression, Rude is still top 50. Rude was on our guild and he stopped playing 3 months ago at least. Jane is still top 50 and he stopped playing at least 3 months ago as well. That's how bad it is in terms of how little people care about progressing, because it's awful. It's not an engaging system. Unless you are willing to spend like a lot of hours retrying the same stages like hard mode in Nike, but with 5 teams, you are not pushing. Now, all that said, okay, Sefhi, enough chatting about that. What's going on with the gear? What did they add, right? What's the new problem? Well, first of all, there is a second rarity of gear they added for PvP. You can only obtain the optic gear if you are doing this PvP right here, not team, the World Arena. I don't do World Arena, I don't care about PvP, but it's the only place you can get this new optic gear. This is just higher base stats. It's a pain in the ass, but whatever. Now, that's not the only new set they added. There is a new rarity once again. And this new rarity, instead of being called Optic, it's just called XR gear. So if I come to my Amy right here, as you can see, she is full attacker set and she has an XR piece of gear. This piece of gear right here is a lot stronger than anything else. So for some reference, a normal piece of gear LR plus 6 will give you 12k combat power, while an XR level 1 will give you 33k combat power and a lot more stats. You can also get a subset now, so you can add a secondary set as well for free, just you can get this over time on your idol rewards. Now, what is the problem with this gear? This gear requires you, in order to transform an LR and transcend it, I need another piece of gear with the same set, attacker set, plus 6. Like I was saying earlier, I don't even have my full teams with LR gear. Or sorry, with set pieces. If I come here, no sets, a couple pieces with sets, a couple pieces only, random sets, and again, you will have to be changing, not even finish. Same thing, a few pieces but not much. And I can keep going and going. Like, I don't have a lot of set pieces. And you all know I play this game every day. I'm not saying I'm a tryhard, and I'm not saying I do everything this game has to offer. But as someone who plays every single day and tries to get the content done, I don't have enough LR set pieces. Now, the thing is that you need a plus 6 piece on the same set in order to achieve that. But it's not only just one. You don't need just one piece. First of all, it's 5 pieces that you need to get to XR, right? So that is already 5 pieces of gear extra you have to get. But you can get this, I believe, to level 10. I can transcend boost this with another plus 6 LR. That is an attacker set to level 2. And I can keep going all the way to level 10. This means if you wanted to max out your character, you need 60 pieces of LR gear with the set. Now, you could be saying, okay, but I only want to get the weapon, because the weapon is the important part, right? The weapon is, at the end of the day, what's going to be giving you a lot of the attack on the characters. Let's say you want that, and then for your tanks, you want the highest HP or defense piece, whatever it is. Okay, that is still 20 characters, aka 20 pieces that you need to get in order to just get to level 1 XR, 1 piece per character on 4 teams. If you wanted to go for 4 teams, you might only want to go for a couple teams, 2 or 3, but still, it's a lot of gear you are not getting. Again, for some reference, if I come here to my gears, you can see there is not a lot of sets. I have pieces, but there is not a lot of them that I can actually go and level up. So for example, this one right here, right? This alternative com is an attack piece. I will need to get these to level 6. So let me come here to a support character, gear, and switch this, right? So change to the attack one. Now I will need to level this up to level 6, which is whatever, you know, you will get these resources as an idol. Now I will need to unequip this, so let me switch this again to the previous one we have. And now you go to your Amy, and I can't decide, do I want to transcend another piece, or do I want to transcend this to level 2 and get more stats on my Amy? That is how bad this system is. Of course, you should be transcending the other pieces instead, in my opinion, of going 1-to-1. But again, that's just me. So you need to do this for 5 pieces, and you need to do this 10 times per piece. How the fuck do you expect new players to stick with the game when there is no endgame unless you are a fucking whale? And I haven't checked the shop. I'm not even gonna check the shop because I assume there is plenty of gear selectors for sets in there. But it just makes no sense to me. So yeah, I wanted to make a quick video going over this because honestly, it's probably one of the most stupid, like one of the stupidest systems I've seen on a while. It just makes absolutely no fucking sense how bad this is. STARSEED has been moving into the direction of just adding more and more and more PvP content and more things oriented toward the spenders rather than trying to attract new players. The early game and the mid game on STARSEED are fantastic. I love the early and mid game in this game. The end game is one of the worst on any gacha I've played. And I played a lot of trash, you all know this, okay? It is what it is though. I love the game. I am not gonna be doing the game just because of this. It just tilts me a little bit when companies keep doing stupid decisions for no reason. But it is what it is. Says Lavi, gacha companies making good decisions. It's an impossible challenge nowadays. That's it. That's gonna be for this one. We are live every day. When this video goes up, I might be re-rolling on Silver and Blood. Link in the description down below. And as usual, love you all bastards. Good luck with your pool dinners. See you in the next one.